Alright, so here we go, man. I've been waiting on this joint for a cool minute. If you hear any noise in the background, I apologize. I'm watching the first season of Narcos, the Pablo Escobar story. This shit crazy. But anyway, GCount and Nascent presents the Ugly EP. You know what I mean? This project comes out before the album drop. And honestly, this shit was fire, man. You already know GCount is half of the LEP Bogus Boys. There was a group from Chicago. I think they broken up a while ago. But at the end of the day, it's actually good to see, one of them actually doing music. I forget the name of the other cat that was from LEP Bogus Boys, but GCount, you know what I mean, is dope. Um, I think he's greater at the street shit, the street tales and everything, and other bro is always good at being he good with words. But anyway, he got 8 joints on here. Only features on here is an artist by the name of Black Raphael. Nascent is a producer on the joint, and you just get a lot of dope production. You get a lot of street tales on here. The skits goes well, plays into the EP, and basically ugly is just saying, at the end of the day, shit get ugly. You know what I mean? No matter what you go through in the streets, a good situation could turn to an ugly situation at the snap of a finger. Brother Keith intro opens up the project more like a spoken word and basically speaking good things about G Count, and then it goes into Bargain with the Devil featuring Black Raphael, which is a great instrumental. The lyrics on that song, you already know it's about streets. Um, Definitely, they flow was on point. I had no problem with it. Goes into Fuck 12 featuring Raphael again. Basically, a Fuck the Police anthem. It talks about current events as far as what police is doing to the black community. I love that beat. They flow was on point, and it's just a great topic. You know what I mean? Moving on to Tommy skit. It's kind of funny because it's like a combo with a guy and a chick watching Martin asking, what do you think Tommy did for a job? Shit was hilarious. Moving on to Price to Pay, storytelling, you know what I mean, street shit, sample was crazy, the jazziness of the beat, his flow was on point. I definitely like the diss track. Everything got a price to pay, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, karma's a bitch, and when you in that line, that life, you already know what it is. Goes into Dog Food skit. Dog Food skit basically is the skit, searching for a nigga in the streets that, done some wrong, and that goes into the song Running, which is basically saying when you at war, you know what I mean, you just running the streets, dramatic beat, street content, you know what I mean, when you on the run basically from whatever situation you in, if the judicial system, getting into it with niggas in the streets, you know what I mean, you just ducking, you know what I mean, trying to stay on the low, it is what it is, and it goes into the last track, Ugly, which is a very graphic, street tale with vivid lyrics, a smooth beat, a soulful sample, and he just was on point. This is the only project I've ever heard from him, but I've heard of him, being a legend in Chicago. He reps his crew. You hear that his gang that he repped throughout the project. Of course, we know he the nigga that this game, you know what I mean? I knew of him before, his solo shit, but he was in LEP like I said. But overall, he did his thing on this, man. Dude can spit, you know what I mean? And it's great that the new generation in Chirac kind of put the spotlight on the city so that the older G's can like come back, you know what I mean, and do their thing. Even though we had Common, Kanye, and things of that, Lupe and things of that nature, but as far as the street shit, you know what I mean, because it was just lyricists coming out of Chicago, and it wasn't really, in the last couple years, wasn't a lot of street shit coming out of there. But overall, I get this project a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed, actually the whole project because the skits play into it. But if you want to take the skits out, it'll be basically 6 tracks. So I enjoy all 6 tracks, and beats is 4 out of 5 as well. Definitely dope. Definitely got me interested in hearing the full length album from GCount, and I suggest y'all check this out. This is a very dope project. Hopefully, when he does do a project, he get more features from other Chicago artists that's kind of new and everybody know. Probably Bibby, Dirk, things of that nature, so that it'll kind of sell and push the envelope a little bit. And I understand the whole gang culture with this side, I don't rock with that side. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about getting money. and being successful and taking care of your family. And he's an older cat, you know what I mean? So I think somebody should just stand up and show him proof. But I don't want to preach to y'all to death. But other than that, check this joint out. It's definitely worth a listen, download, and yeah, I'm out.